showtime! Spider sense is tingling. Hey!
This should be interesting.
Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and welcome to another toy haul video. It's been a while since I've done one of these toy haul videos, guys, and just to let you guys know, I am still working on some stop motions, but the one I'm working on in particular is taking a lot longer than anticipated. So to tide you guys over, I figured I'd do a toy haul video. And here I got my latest bundle of figures from Big Bad Toy Store. This is where I get most of my stuff from. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and open this up. I actually don't remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure there's some Marvel Legends and some Black Series in here. So let's go ahead and open that up and see who's in here. Alright guys, so we got Agent Venom. I almost forgot that I pre-ordered him. We got Agent Venom. We got the movie Wolverine from the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. And I'll talk a little bit more about this figure, what I plan on doing with him. I got the new updated Star Wars Black Series A New Hope Luke Skywalker. And I got the new updated Star Wars Black Series A New Hope Princess Leia Organa. Ooh, these are some good figures, guys. I don't know, you know what, since I'm actually filming this around Star Wars Day, I'm actually filming this on Star Wars Day, but you guys aren't going to see it on Star Wars Day. So I'm going to go ahead and save the Star Wars guys for last and go ahead and open up the Marvel guys. So let's go ahead and start with Agent Venom. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Agent Venom out of the packaging. I'm gonna just go ahead and say this right off the back. I feel like the face that they got, I'm pretty sure this is Flash Thompson, looks a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. I always kind of weird. I don't know. When I think of Flash Thompson, I don't quite think of him looking like this, but you know what? It's fine. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, because to be honest, I'm most likely going to be displaying him with the other head on. But I really like the way this body is. It's bulky, but it's also kind of slim. I really like the armor pieces that they got on for him, which seem to be a separate piece, so that doesn't get in the way of articulation too much. So that's always good. Really cool figure. I've been meaning to get some more figures for my Spider-Man shelf. I'm gonna start moving some stuff around. I have some Spider-Man movie figures that I'm moving to my movie shelf. I'm making a shelf just for like characters and stuff that come from like movies. So I'm gonna be taking some of those off. So I'm gonna have room for more comic book Spider-Man characters like Agent Venom here. There's a lot going on with this figure. The articulation on the head's pretty good. Like I said, the shoulder blades are separate, so that's pretty good. It's got a ball joint up here in the upper torso. Okay, for some reason I thought it was gonna have at least a swivel in this part of the torso, but I guess not. It's fine. Always like the fact that my figures can sit down, even though I really have them sitting down. Got a swivel on the upper thigh, of course. Double jointed legs. And ankle pivot. It's weird. You think that this piece right here would hinder articulation, and I guess it does a little bit if you want to bend them forward, but like, look how much you can get from that. That's actually really decent. I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and pop this regular head off and put on his Agent Venom head. Yeah, I definitely like this figure quite a bit. Notice he also has a, oh, there you go guys, I got it. I didn't keep pushing until, yeah, I keep pushing it until you hear the pop. When you hear the pop, that's how you know it's secure. But like I was saying before, his head tragically fell off. He's got a gun holster right here, and that's a good segue into some of his accessories. Now he comes with what looks like some kind of pistol. I recognize this pistol. This pistol comes with a lot of different Marvel Legends characters, so I do recognize this pistol that he comes with, and I also recognize this. I'm going to assume it's some sort of rifle and or shotgun. I don't know, I kind of wish he came with like some some symbiote AK-47s. I don't know what kind of guns Agent Venom uses in the comics. Mostly what I know about Agent Venom is from the, if any of you have watched the Ultimate Spider-Man show, they had Agent Venom in there. He literally had like shoulder rockets and stuff that he'd shoot. So I thought that was kind of cool. But what I'll probably do when I start displaying him, I'll probably see if I can have any other guns that I think just look cooler overall, and I'll probably put those in his hands. But I mean, he looks pretty good with this. Oh man, that's a real cool figure. I'm probably just gonna have him displayed like this. Granted, he does come with some punching hands, like most figures do. He comes with, let me go ahead and let you see him because I want to do this review properly. He comes with two of these punching hands you see here, and he comes with some open hands. Not really sure when I'll need to use those, but you know, these hands actually look like you could use them for Venom if you wanted to. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the long-awaited Wolverine action figure from Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Hugh Jackman himself. Really cool looking figure. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw that they were gonna let Hugh Jackman don the yellow and blue suit in the movie, I was actually pretty excited. And it actually looks pretty well translated into live action form. But, you know, one thing that a lot of the fans were talking about is don't really care for the sleeves. When you think of Wolverine with his yellow and blue suit, he does not have sleeves, so I don't know why they decided to go with sleeves in the movie. He has a little blue smudge right here. Guess they can't all be perfect. I'll see if I can use a magic eraser and get that off later. But I did see a tutorial on if you have like some other Hugh Jackman Wolverine action figures, you could actually change out the arms on this. I'm probably not going to do that right now. I'll probably do that at a later date, and when I do it, I'll probably post that on my TikTok so you guys can see how it looks. But as the figure as is a pretty decent figure. And he comes with a what was this? An ab crunch? Yes, an ab crunch as opposed to a ball joint up here. And unlike some other Marvel Legends figures, he actually has a swivel down here at the bottom of the torso, so that's pretty good. Head articulation's pretty decent. And he has like two like shoulder guards right here that seem to connect to the arm itself and not up to the torso. And they do seem to be removable. If you want to remove them, you can do that. I didn't really notice it at first, but I do kind of like the like black that they have on here too. It kind of reminds me more of Wolverine's like classic outfit, like the one like he had in like the animated series. He had like those black stripes on the side. Very well done, like that a lot. The belt he has here actually feels like it's a separate piece, so if for whatever reason you want to take that off, you go right ahead and do that. Has a swivel in the upper thigh, double joined legs, and that good old ankle pivot. The only other accessories that he really comes with is he comes with a Hugh Jackman head, which I feel like these Hugh Jackman heads are usually pretty good. You got some figures where sometimes it feels like Hasbro struggles to make it look like the actor, but I feel like this one looks pretty decent. And of course he comes with, I'm not gonna say of course, because down through the years some Wolverine action figures, a lot of Wolverine action figures for some reason haven't come with this, but he comes with two fists that don't have the claws on them, except one is a punchy hand and the other one is a like grip hand, like I guess if you want to have them drinking a beer or something. There you go, you can do that. This figure is probably going to be also going in my movie display, although before I display them I might see if I can pop the arms off of one of my other Wolverine figures. There is some tutorials on YouTube that'll show you how to pop the arms off more properly. But all in all, really good figure. And now I have a movie Wolverine for my movie Deadpool to fight. So that's always cool. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move on to my bread and butter, which you already know is Star Wars. So we got Luke and we got Leia. Let's do it in order of birth. So I'm pretty sure Luke came out of Padme first. So let's do Luke first. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Skywalker. Looks like he's ready to go to Tashi Station and pick up some power converters. But one very notable thing about this new and improved, in my opinion, Luke Skywalker is his shirt is not made out of that cloth goods. I used to have a cloth goods Luke Skywalker, and his shirt always looked like really puffy and whatnot. This, even though it's made out of plastic, it kind of feels like it's resting down more naturally on the figure. The way it looks like it's a separate plastic piece. Almost like if you wanted to, you could pop this off. Of course, not the sleeves. The sleeves are sculpted on there. But he has a very deep groove here in the bend, so you can get a pretty decent bend. Almost pretty much 90 degree angle on the bend there. Hair articulation is really good. Ooh, and he has that separate neck piece here. I really like, you get a better range of motion with the figure on that. So I really like that a lot. Has his belt with some of the different doodads on there, which feels like it's a separate piece. Has a hook for his lightsaber, which we'll get to that in a minute. Pretty decent bend there. And also some good ankle pivot. So guys, I haven't been doing it a lot lately, but I have been having some plans to make some custom figures for some of my stop motion projects, and I've been thinking about using different Black Series bodies as like the base. I feel like this would be a decent base body for some of the custom characters that I have in mind, but I'll talk to you more about that when I actually get ready to do it. Overall, really decent Luke, and the head's pretty decent too. In fact, let me get I'm gonna go grab the Luke that I currently have on my display. Pretty sure it's Yavin Ceremony Luke. Don't go anywhere, guys, I'll be right back. So this is Yavin Ceremony Luke. Trying to see which head sculpt I like the most. They definitely look different. This Luke looks a little more like he's like, whoa! Like, he's like trying to figure out what in the world's going on in this world. He doesn't have the shine, because I know that for a while there was like kind of like this glossy shine on a lot of the figures, especially when you shine a light on it, was a little bit more noticeable. And it doesn't seem like this figure has that, which, depending on your personal preferences, is better or worse. And for some reason, it seems like Mark Hamill's face, they've had a lot of trouble making it look, you know, quite like Mark Hamill. It looks enough like him where it doesn't bug me. But anyway, let's go ahead and grab his lightsaber here. Now this lightsaber looks a lot thicker than the lightsabers from some of the older Luke action figures, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. Let me see if the handle's hard to take out. It's not. I'll admit I have lost a couple of lightsabers due to this peg breaking off inside it, but I have so many lightsaber handles I don't really worry about it too much. And it fits pretty good on the hook there, so might display it like that. This is his binoculars. Now, I'm not sure how he's supposed to be holding it, but I noticed there's like a little peg hole right here, so I wonder if there's a spot on here where you can put that. I'm not seeing one. Maybe you can pop off one of these. No, that's strange. Yeah, it has a peg hole, but I can't seem to find a peg on Luke to put it on. Or maybe I'm just stupid and that's why I can't find it. Either way, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, guys, I can't get this in his hands. I mean, I can probably try to force open the hand a little bit, but it looks like this thing's just too thick for his hands to hold. And on top of that, I don't even know which direction he's supposed to be holding these. I think these parts are supposed to be for his eyes. Guess I'm not a real Star Wars fan because I can't remember how he's supposed to be holding this. But it's not like I was going to make him hold this all that much anyway. But still pretty decent figure. I'm working on making some new Star Wars shelves so that way I can display more of my collection at the same time without having to take away a shelf from like my Marvel and other stuff. I do have limited space, so sometimes I have to end up putting stuff like in storage. But I'll show you guys that display when the time comes. But this is a pretty good Luke, so I'm probably going to display him on the shelf for a while. Give Yavin Ceremony Luke a break. Alright guys, without further ado, let's get to Princess Leia herself. Let's go ahead and get in here and see what's going on. And here she is, guys, Princess Leia. I gotta say, I actually think I like this head sculpt for Princess Leia a lot more than the previous A New Hope Princess Leia's that they've come out with. Now you'll notice that, just like with Luke, this Princess Leia doesn't use soft goods either. This is a full plastic sculpt, which it just looks a lot better, personally, because it makes it look like that outfit is actually like resting on, you know, the body as opposed to being like poofed out and kind of weird looking. Now, one thing I did notice is this part where her hood is down, it comes with a separate piece, which I'll go ahead and show you guys. So this is a separate piece, so if you want to recreate that scene where she's sticking the plans inside R2, you can do that. And just like Luke, the articulation is pretty good, and I believe there's a separate neck piece down in there, so that's really nice. Got a really good bend on that arm. Actually, also, I didn't mention this about Luke, but she also has butterflies in there. feels like a ball joint down the torso area. And the cloth, well, no, it's not even cloth, but the plastic down here is it feels like it's slightly softer, so yeah, it might get in the way a little bit, but I don't know how many different poses you're going to want to put this Princess Leia in anyway. But if you want to, they have this slit on this side, so you can kind of stick the legs out this way. Now let's pop this thing on here. I'm going to see how hard it is to take that. Oh, looks like it's not that hard to take the head off at all, actually. Now that's all a little snug. And there we are, guys. That actually looks really good. They did a pretty good job with this hood. Really like that a lot. And for accessories, guys, she doesn't come with the Death Star plans this time, like she did in some of her older, versions. She just comes with some blasters. It comes with an E11, and I don't know what the gun is called, but it's the one that she used at the beginning of A New Hope. So we'll go ahead and put that in here. And there we are, guys. So, all things considered, this was a pretty decent bundle of figures to have. But now, let's get these guys on the shelf and see how they look. And here we are, guys. So first I'm going to show you my Spider-Man shelf with Agent Venom on here. Looking really good. Like I said, I am going to be changing up some of these figures and putting them on my movie shelf. Speaking of my movie shelf, we got to go all the way down here. Here's my movie shelf. It's pretty barren at the moment, but I just wanted to get my movie Wolverine next to my movie Deadpool. It looks pretty good. Right now it's mostly a bunch of MCU, but I am going to be putting some Terminator, some Indiana Jones, and stuff like that on here very soon. And last but not least, got Luke and Leia here on my original trilogy / stuff that was happening around the original trilogy shelf. I'd say pretty decent bundle today, guys. Sorry that my stop motion is taking longer than expected. I'll talk more about why it's taking longer than expected at a later date. But until then, I do hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and comment down below, out of the figures that you guys saw today, which one is your favorite. Well, that's all the time I got for today, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and go to my channel and check out other videos. Catch you later.